Zel boy army, welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video we are going to look at the best meta OP formations on FC26. I've played a few hundred games minimum by now, probably bordering on 500 across multiple accounts, and I feel like I've got a really good grip of the game. I'm in Elite Division, I've hit 15-0 in Weekend League. I'm here to impart some, hopefully, wisdom to you about some of the formations that are going to get you the best results on this game. If you do like these type of videos, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments your favourite formation. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. Helps the channel grow. And I post daily videos helping you guys get better at Ultimate Team and FC26 in general. Let's get into the video.
Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC26? Do you want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your Ultimate Team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a huge 8% discount. Check out IGGM.com today.
Okay, so we are literally for this going to just look through all the formations and I will tell you the ones that I think stand out. And I'll give you a little bit about each formation. But yeah, 3-1-4-2. Most, if not all, formations this year, just to clarify, I think you can get some joy out of them. I just think some are going to need a lot more work, a lot more specific player roles, which might not be available right now. I think the free backs, if we start to get more cards that have wide midfielder, wide playmaker, is it? Oh, I can't remember what it even's called. But basically, the more balanced left and right mids rather than winger and inside forward, we can get more really good cards that have decent defending as well, can play those plus plus. I think these free backs will come into play more. Whereas now, I think they're great going forward, but they lack the balance because the left mid and right mid don't do enough. You can make these work, they just take a lot more effort. So there's not really a free back that I'm going to, for now, recommend to say is amazing. But you can definitely make them work. I think 3-5-2 with the two CDMs, the Cam 2 strikers can work really well. But I would not be advising a free back right now. But they can be fun and they are viable. I do like that. I think most formations tend to be viable on the game. Now, one of my top formations this year is the 4-1-2-1-2. Narrow. It's the second variation, the one with centre mids. You can also play the 4-3-1-2. The narrow in general is very good this year. It is a little bit more reliant on good gameplay, but with how open defences can be, how you can pass quickly in this game, I think the passing's pretty good. The dribbling, if you get the ball into strikers' feet and they've got low driven, it's just quick, easy goals. The narrow is very good. It does struggle a little bit defensively. If you're playing against someone going the narrow and you've got a wide formation, play out wide, they will struggle to defend it or drag them out. But going forward, it's insane. If you play someone with a good team who knows how to use this formation, it is really hard to play against. If you're going to use this formation, I think tiki-taka is really important on your midfielders for the build-up to play quickly. This 4-1-2-1-2, I think okay, but it's not what I'd be using. I think I've seen someone on Twitter. It's called the Foot Doc, or some guy who does loads of tactics. I've seen him before. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. When I say some guy, like I'd say that about anyone. But I've seen him post about 4-1-3-2 that look pretty cool. I know Alexion. I think Alexion Foot, but he posted that he really loved his tactics. I've seen a few people trying it out. I've not really experimented too much with the 4-1-3-2, but on paper it should be a really good formation when you use it right, because it's pretty similar to some of the other really good ones like the 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. I need to at some point look at the formation properly that and tactics that he set up, but it looked pretty cool. I definitely this is a formation that's got a lot of legs with it. 4-1-4-1, I think it's a little bit defensive. I think it'd be a very good seeing out a game formation, but it's not one I would really. On a more attack-minded game, I don't think that's one I would use right now. 4-2-1-3, definitely up there for best formation in the game. Two CDMs can link the midfield really nicely. The front three are really hard to play against on the counter-attack. It's just got everything that this game needs. I think it was one of the best formations last year. This 100% is a top-tier formation. I've done multiple tactic videos already about this one. 4-2-2-2. I don't like this as much as some of the others. I don't think the cams the roles right now and lack of pace on most cams suit this as much. Sure, it can work, but I think there's just better formations. 4-2-3-1 in this, I think, because it's got the central cam linking it together, I do think this can work. I think there's other formations again that just give a bit more. But if you've got some of the elite high-end cams, I think this one's pretty good. 4-2-3-1 wide, again up there for the best formation of the game, in my opinion. This is basically the same as the 4-2-1-3, just obviously left and right mid instead of left and right wingers. It's a bit more balanced. It's not as good on the counter, so it's not quite as good going forward, but it's a bit more good for possession and overall balance, I would say. So a top tier one. 4-2-4, it's actually what I use as my get back into the game tactic. If people are time wasting and trying to see a game out, it's pretty hard to get the ball back off someone half decent on this game. This formation is one of your best shots at doing it. If you go 100 on your line, you've got a left wing, right wing, two strikers. They can mark the back four that most people will tend to have. It's one of the best ones to get back into the game, and obviously it's got a lot of men forward. If you get the ball, I would never use it as a standard tactic though, just to clarify. 4-3-1-2, similar to the narrow diamond. If you've got a team that suit this more, this one's pretty good. 4-3-2-1, not seen anyone use that this year. I tried it once in a draft. So there's better formations with the player roles this year. The 4-3-3s, I think they all got some sort of use. I don't like this one out of the really. I think the 4-3-3-4 is pretty good, similar to the 4-2-1-3. But I do think the CDMs and the 4-2-1-3 give more balance. This one's a pretty standard one. I think the difference with that, just the CDM, I'd probably rather the CDM one. Again, though, I think whilst this are good and fine, I think you can get more out of some of the other formations just from the natural positions. 4-4-2, as always, fantastic, very balanced, very good across the board. Some of the best people I've played this year have been using this. It is very hard to play against. I find it a bit boring playing it, but when I play against someone who's really good at it, they tend to just abuse the wings, make space out there, counter attack down there with pace, then get space in the middle. 4-4-2, second variation, just CDMs. Bit more defensive, not quite as balanced, but pretty good. 4-5-1, for me, probably got some use. I've not seen too many people using it. I could imagine being solid when built right. This one I wouldn't use, this is too defensive. Did we go past the 4-4-1-1? Yeah, I accidentally skipped that. This is what most pros are using right now. I did a tactics video earlier today, but I sometimes post 2 videos a day. Most pros, from what I see qualified this week, can use this. It's a very good hybrid of the 4-2-3-1, 4-2-1-3, 4-4-2. It's got a lot of all what makes all those good and combines it into a bit of a super formation right now in the game. There's not a 5-back that I would recommend over some of the others right now. I think some of them, if you have really good left and right backs and play them as like attacking wing backs, maybe could work. I think defending on this game, and I think having an extra man does loads. Personally, maybe you might disagree on that. But there you go. I mean, there's a lot of really good options this year. A lot of ways of playing. I think we're just scratching the surface right now. I think there's a lot of ways you can adapt tactics into cool different things. And as we get more player roles, more pluses across the board, I think it'll open up the spectrum of formations, tactics even more. As always, appreciate you all tuning in. Keep it spicy. Do hope to see you all on the next one. Peace.